Hello, good morning all. Matt here. I decided to film a short little video for a couple reasons on my chicken coop. Originally, I had wanted to make a shoot video the entire time and show the build and everything on it. It's really hard to get me to use electronics or tied to them, especially when the weather's good. So I didn't get a lot of that done. I did get a little bit of footage. So I built my chicken coop and chicken run 100% from scratch, besides buying the lumber and screws and whatnot. I didn't use any plans or write anything down or anything like that. I do not suggest that method. Definitely go with a plan or something like that. It just seems to work well for me. So anyways, this is the coop I built. So right here, that's my puppy Solo. Say hi, Solo. So this is the chicken run that I built. I went ahead and built an 8-foot by 8-foot chicken run on the outside. On the bottom here, we ran a small fence just to give them a little bit of privacy, as well as keep out some of the weather and mice and things like that. And then just chicken wire around. It is fully enclosed to keep out any other predators or cats or anything. We do have some motion detector solar lights around it, as well as just a little blink camera that's solar as well. Say hi, ladies. So the goal here with this chicken coop was, I saw a lot you can buy, a lot of plans and things like that. I ran into a couple problems. One, in price, they're very expensive. Two, in quality. I found a lot of them just to kind of be cheap and not what I thought was worth it. So while this isn't perfect, I do think it is very steady and very well built, at least for what it is and what we need. I haven't completely finished the roof on it yet. That's why we have a tarp up there. My kids decided to name it, and so we're the Spicy Peach Farms, and so that's the name we went ahead and put on there. I did take some video of the coop build, and I can post some of that and go over some of what I did and how to do it, its cost and whatnot. It was fairly simple and quick to do. I took very minimal tools. I don't own a lot of tools. It's the first construction project I really did. I don't really know anything I was doing, so all my info I got from YouTube and tools from Walmart and Home Depot. So it's a simple build, anyone can do. It wasn't very expensive. Solo, no. And I can go over that if people show interest in that. So leave comments if you'd like to see the build. Anyway, so the run is a 8x8 fully enclosed run, just with a shade cloth over it there. The house is a 4x4. I have it 2 feet off the ground here, with a little door on the side that we can unlatch and open for easy cleaning. This top beam here opens up, and so that way when we clean it, we can just push everything out with a broom. It takes me about 3 or 4 minutes to clean the coop. There's ladies. You do notice a power cord here. I have everything on solar except for the heat right now here in beautiful Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's about 20 degrees or so right now, 25 degrees I think. And so I have a 120 extension cord ran out here. Off this I have a timer that's plugged in. It's a heat mat timer that has a thermometer inside the coop, and it just keeps it above freezing. I know the birds are pretty hardy and don't necessarily need it, but I do keep the inside of the coop above freezing. So we plug that in, and then when it's warmer, unneeded, I can just unplug the cord and stuff it in the shed. This here, while not completely beautiful, but this is the solar box. This is where all of our power and controls run into. And we'll take that off and show you. I do have 2 solar panels on it. I have a 10 volt and a 25 volt solar panel. So those are on top to charge. Solo is being a very bad dog and trying to get at the birds, so we're gonna chase him off. Solo, out. Go on. Go on, Solo. All right. So this is the other side of the chicken run, just on the back here. And we went ahead and built just a really simple door to put on. And if the ladies will let me come in here a little bit. So I don't want, the goal was to have minimal work here. I don't want to have to come out and do a lot all the time. So we do have a bucket there with their food and keep that full so they continually have that. Water's on a drip, some little things there. We can go over that system. Right now it's frozen, so we're not using it. I'm bringing out hot water every morning, so there's something I have to do right now. Some of their scraps and perching posts. Here is the coop. Now the solar does have a few lights on it. I have a light on the outside here. I need to reattach it up here, but this is attached to the photo cell. So, excuse me. So at nighttime, this little outside light will come on when it's dark. There's some lights attached to the inside of the coop, and one up under there. This is to keep a longer light cycle on the ladies, so hopefully when they start laying here any day now, it'll keep a better daytime cycle on them. So those run in here, and I have a little switch I just put on here, 12-volt switch. I can flip that on, and that turns the outside lights on. So we have them off right now. There are also some lights inside the coop. I have some LED lights on inside the coop. These stay on all day long, so they're on a timer. That's in case it's really cloudy, bad weather. The ladies can be inside the coop with light. The light goes off about half an hour after the door closes. I do eventually want to put an actuator on this window, but right now it's cold, so it's kept closed most of the time. There's that little light that's on up in there. This is the heat lamp that runs in. I just use, you can't really see, but it's a little ceramic heat lamp. This coop is, like I said, built pretty well. There's no holes or draft points or anything like that. So it doesn't take a lot to keep it warm. That one little bulb does warm up this entire 4x4 foot section. So in the back there you will see batteries. And that's where I keep my battery bank. There's also a little fan, 5-volt fan that comes on and off. This is a actuator that's connected to the door. This is kind of what I wanted to show you. This entire thing is fairly automatic. When I looked up chicken coop, automatic chicken coop doors and whatnot, you're looking anywhere from like $100 to $200, sometimes much more than that. There's a lot of DIY on them. A lot of the videos are very complex, I thought, or kind of over needed, way overkill. This is an extremely simple system that if I get some likes on this, I would like to go into the next video as to how it's built and set up. It's very low cost. I think the entire automatic chicken door by itself ran me $50, maybe $60. The solar system was pretty inexpensive as well. So we can go over all that in another video if I get some interest on this. I do have the automatic door on a timer instead of a light sensor right now, just for weather and whatnot. So it opens and closes as I set the time. I do have a sensor that can kill it if there's a bird in the way, but I found that they sit on their perches by the time the door is closing, and I haven't had any problems with that. It also takes about 15 seconds to close, so it's slow enough that a bird can get out of the way, and there's been no problem there. So you can notice there are some hinges on the back side of this door. This entire side of the chicken coop from inside the chicken coop swings open. And so that whole door swings open very easily, and I can take the broom and push all the sawdust and bedding and poop right out through that bottom slit down here and into this large tub that I push in the way. It takes me just a couple minutes and there's almost zero mess. So this second door I have down here is for their eggs. My birds are about 18 weeks old right now, so they hopefully will be laying eggs anytime. This is my first time doing chickens and first experience, part of why I'm sharing these videos. So they haven't started laying eggs yet. I hear the weather may have something to do with that. It's their first year. But anyways, this is the nesting box. My original idea was to build the nesting box out from the coop like you see in a lot of pictures or some of the research I've done. I didn't do that for two reasons. One, it was an extra project, an extra cost, and the birds were getting to the time when I needed to put them in the coop outside here. So I went ahead and put it inside. It actually worked out very well. It helps to keep the nesting boxes warm without any extra insulation or things. So I just bought 3 of these Tractor Supply little nesting boxes that sit on the inside here. And as you can see, the ladies haven't given me any eggs yet. So I haven't done this before. There's some perches. But once again, I have 3 nesting boxes here. We do have 7 ladies there. There's 4 of these Orpingtons and 3 Silkies. So I'm hoping that the space and the nesting boxes and whatnot will be sufficient. But we will find that out later. So it's cold. We're going to go ahead and close this up. And for the last part of the video here, I'm going to go ahead and open up the solar box so you can get a little bit of look of some of the electronics on this and really how simple this entire thing was to set up. So by the thumbnail suggests being automated, fully automated, or mostly fully automated. This coop, the door opens and closes at night by itself, so there's no need to get the ladies in and out. The lights come on and off by themselves, some of them with the sun, some of them with timers, so their lighting is on automation as well. When it's warm or summer, their water is more or less automated. They have that without me having to come out here more than once a week to clean it. And then their food takes a week or 2 to go through. We need to adjust that a little bit while it's cold, but we'll get there. Having the solar blink camera up in the corner there has been a lifesaver because I can just check my phone to make sure the door's opened or closed, things are working properly, and the ladies are okay. So this is the run, this is the home they live in. They are able to come back through here when I let them into this little back garden area where they've been rummaging around and tilling up the soil, spreading their fertilizer a little bit. This is where we plant some of our melons, and so they're working on that. Excuse some of the mess and the dog, but this is my chicken coop, the Spicy Peach Farms chickens, and the fully automated or mostly fully automated process. So leave comments, like this video. If I see interest, I'll go into videos on the build, the setup, cost, just how simple it is to do any part of it. And give me a thumbs up, leave some comments, or a thumbs down if you don't like it. Let me know what you'd like to see. Thanks, guys.